Hey everyone, day nine of our beautiful Money Game 3.0. Can you believe it? We are on day 9. Are you having fun? I've heard from a couple of people who said that they need to get caught up, and guess what? You do. You need to get caught up because you know what? You're not hurting me. You're hurting you if you don't get in there and start looking at your beliefs around money, all of that stuff that's hanging in there. And we're going to get into, probably not this week, but maybe next week, we're going to get into the whole idea of removing these blockages that are in our auric field that keep us from getting what we want. And really, people, it goes back to guilt and shame. And it's not, I'm not talking about guilt and shame around money, although it could be, but other stuff that you've kind of forgotten about, that you just tuck it back there. So we are going to talk about that, but today we're going to talk about gratitude. Gratitude is one of the biggest components of getting a life that you love. And if you are grateful for everything, and I even mean the things that kind of come up and go, those, you need to be grateful for those too, because they challenge us and they make us think, what do I want? What am I doing? How am I creating this? So let's just be grateful for everything. I want to give you a couple of good stories. We have a woman who, and we have several people who have said that their money game started before the actual money game began on January 1st because they made a commitment to it. And that's what happens. When we make a commitment to ourselves, things begin to fall into line. This other woman had contacted me and she said, and I knew this, that she and her husband had sold their house, over a decade ago. They've been living in an RV. They've loved it, but they're traveling back and forth up into the hill country where I live, not too far from here. And she said, we decided to buy a house. And she said, we've been looking around, but the day, this is big, the day she committed to do the money game, which is before it started, they found the house. And they made an offer on it and it was accepted. And so they are moving forward. So, I asked the question the other day on our group, is this real? Is it not real? I gave an example years ago about Memorex had tapes. This is way back. This is before digital. But, you could buy a tape recorder and do tapes. And Memorex had a commercial that showed a soprano hitting high C, and there was a crystal glass sitting nearby. And as she hit and sustained this high C, it shattered the glass. Then what they did is they took another glass and they played the soprano, hitting that high C and sustaining. Now, it was the recording of it, and it shattered the glass. And their tagline, which I always thought was brilliant, is it live or is it Memorex? Now, the universal mind of God and your subconscious mind does not know if it's live or if it isn't, if it's real, if it isn't. If I tell you to close your eyes and imagine cutting a big lemon and taking a bite out of it, your mouth is going to squirt. You do not have a lemon in your mouth, but our mind is so powerful. One of the most powerful ways, again, like I was saying, is to get into our gratitude, giving thanks before it shows up. I have another player, and she is such an amazing, powerful creator. And she has taken that, she's got big projects right now that she created just recently. But she said, my mind is always thinking, like, get rid of the clutter, clear it out. Well, it is energy and it is the flow. And she sent me some pictures yesterday of her house. And she said, look at this. Everything is off the floor. I mean, of course, furniture, but stacks of stuff. And I said, how does that feel? And she said, it feels so good. Well, yeah, it's like you can breathe. You can breathe and things flow. So I encourage you, if you haven't started to clutter clear, if you don't understand the process, contact me, Jeannie0318 at gmail.com, and I will send you free tools. Now, I'm not going to beg you to do this. If you don't want to do it, that doesn't hurt me, but it will lift you up if you use these. I'm going to send you a free ebook, my little ebook that's called Clear Your Clutter. I'm going to send you a Feng Shui Bagua, and I'm also going to send you the checklist, things that irritate me about my house, so it gets you started like right away, okay? So on my $9,000, because we have $9,000, and I started thinking about this, and one of our players is so great because she's always buying stock and doing things with her virtual money. So I looked up, and as of today, Tesla stock is $113 a share. So at 50 shares, that's $5,650. So I just bought 50 shares of Tesla stock. First of all, I admire the heck out of Elon Musk. I love what he has been doing, like with Twitter, getting the truth out. Marianne Williamson, Marianne Williamson, and she used to say, the truth will set you free, but first it'll piss you off, which is true. But, he is freeing our free speech, and so I'm going to support him, and I'm buying stock. I also am putting money toward Project Veritas, which is journalism at its most honest and catching people in saying what they really are doing and thinking, and then publishing it. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but we're not getting the truth lately. So out of that $3,350 that I have left, I'm sending Project Veritas $1,675. Feels good. And Tom Fitton with Judicial Watch. They go after these people and corporations who are lying to us and who are withholding the truth. They get FOIA requests, Freedom of Information Act requests, and they are holding people's feet to the fire. And guess what? I love that. I'm not in a position to go do that type of thing, but man, I can support it. So I'm giving Judicial Watch $1,675. Big fat zero. Feels good. I'm going to give you 2 songs. I was sitting with my dogs on the patio this morning, downtown Junction, and I was getting into my gratitude about everything that's happening, all the people who are playing this, the fact that we've been able to move to this great place and renovate it and all of that. And so I was just getting into my gratitude. And I realized that as I get into more gratitude, more things and more feelings and more experiences show up to be grateful for. And indeed, something did happen as soon as I did. I came in and I was notified of something great. So how about that? That's not a coincidence. But I'm going to share with you 2 songs. One, if you played the money game before, you probably know this one. Cindy Jordan had come up with this when she had paid for her daughter's wedding. Excuse me. We've got cedar here, and my nose is itchy. Pardon me. But she had paid for the daughter's wedding in Italy and still owed like $10,000 on a credit card. It was just anyhow, a number of things happened, and she knew that she needed to get $10,000. So she wrote this out, and she would sing it while she was in the shower, and she put it on her refrigerator, Paid in Full, Thank You God. And it is to the tune of If You're Happy and You Know It. And it's like, I get unexpected income all the time. I get unexpected income all the time. I get unexpected income. I get unexpected income. I get unexpected income all the time. I'm so grateful for my income all the time. Yes, indeed. I'm so grateful for my income all the time. I'm so grateful for my income. I'm so grateful for my income. I'm so grateful for my income all the time. And I am. She sang this song for about a month, and it turns out she won the Country Music Award in 1983 for writing the song Jose Cuervo. She still gets revenue from it and residuals, which I love. But they had moved from Tennessee to Texas, and the body that was paying her, the musical industry, couldn't find her. So after about a month, she went to the mailbox, and there was a check for $9,965, just $35 less than what she needed. She went, I can handle $35. And it became apparent that she had set it into motion through her gratitude and affirming, I get unexpected income all the time. I do. And so this is a great affirmation for you. It's a great song to sing. I also came across, and I rewrote the words to this, but it's to row, row, row your boat. Money is always energy flowing easily to me. I love money and money loves me. I enjoy it gratefully. Simple, isn't it? But the power of our feelings, the power of our voice, the power of our intentions is so amazing. So why not just sing a few songs? You don't have to believe totally that it's going to happen, but when you focus on what it is you want, when you give it a voice, when you give thanks ahead of time, when you set it into motion, it has to flow back to you. Thank you for playing. One of the greatest things that you can do is to continue to play. Let us hear from you. Share with us. Share with other people. The group that we have is astonishing. We have people from all over the world. We have someone from Denmark. We have people in the Philippines. We have people all over the world, and in Canada and the United States, obviously. And so, let's just play it together. How are you going to spend your $9,000? Want to hear about that? And tomorrow, guess what? $10,000, baby. Have fun. Talk to you soon. See you tomorrow, for sure.